Yeah, it's always nice to help pitch in with some goals. Obviously, it's not the first thing that I'm always worried about, but certainly playing in the midfield, you have to be able to, over the course of the season, get your fair share of goals. And so for me to get the first one was good. More importantly, I thought the performance and to come away from a difficult game with a point was positive, and now we have a good week to recover and get ourselves ready for 2 home games.
Josie's been ruled out for 4 or 5 weeks. Maybe just get your reaction to that and what his loss to the club means.
Yeah, disappointing for sure. You don't need me to tell you that. He's obviously been in good form and such an important part of what we're doing. But that's life. There's an entire room full of guys in there who are committed to continuing to play well and continuing to push things, and for the guys who haven't maybe had as much of a chance, now it's a big opportunity for them to step in and contribute and really help push things along.
Where does that goal that you scored against New England stand in terms of some of the ones you've scored in your careers? And I guess second to that, do you have perhaps a favorite goal that you've scored over your career?
No, I'm not big in ranking my goals. So, like I said, it's important to be able to get some coming from midfield. The timing of it was obviously important, just in a big game being down 1-0. But like I said, for the terms of ranking them, I leave that to the other people.
Right. I know you've said before that you're happy to play wherever the coach will slot you in, but the sort of advanced role that Greg has kind of used in the last 2 games, kind of at the top of the midfield diamond, you look very good. I'm just wondering how comfortable you are, and do you like playing in that position?
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I want to, like I've said since the day I got here, I want to win. I want to play on a team that is competing week in and week out to win, and is competing at the end of the year to win trophies. I think over the course of my career, I've played on a lot of different teams and a lot of different roles, and it doesn't ever change what I'm about in terms of stepping on the field and trying to take as much responsibility as I can and giving everything I have to help the team win. And again, how you do that on different days changes based on the team you're playing in, based on who you're playing with, based on the role that's given to you. Certainly at the moment, playing in that role allows me to have a little bit more freedom in terms of moving around, attacking but still defending. Obviously, I'm not going to be a guy in that spot who's just waiting around and walking around as things go on. I can give us a little bit of energy and power and the ability to still move forward, but come back and help us defend in certain moments and come away with plays. And so, like I said, I'm not always so worried about the role or the position as much as stepping on the field and competing as hard as I can to help us be successful.
Michael, after the Montreal game, Greg expressed some irritation at the fact that he didn't think that the referees were doing enough to protect Giovinco or call fouls on him. Obviously, he can take care of himself, but do you see him taking a lot of abuse on the field? And with Josie down, do you expect that teams will target Seba?
I don't know if it's targeting as much as he's a good player, and the way that he plays means that he's putting defenders on the wrong foot and trying to find space and trying to find ways to to run by guys and to make space for himself. And certainly when you look around the world, any of these types of guys, they're on the receiving end of a lot of fouls, and at times some hard fouls. And I think it's always the job of the referees to find the right balance in terms of protecting the protecting the attacking players and making sure that things don't get out of hand, but still controlling the game and allowing the game to have some flow and a good rhythm. And so I think, like I said, that's what you look to the referee to do. And I think it's certainly something that we'll pay close attention to and make sure that any of these referees know that it's something that is important.
And you're good friends with Will Johnson. Do you expect to see him on the field this weekend?
I don't know. I know that he's obviously played a few games with the Timbers too. Speak to him pretty regularly. I know that he's excited about getting close to returning for their first team. What that means for this weekend, I don't know.